Well, hello. Welcome to Good Deeds Real Estate with a Mission. I'm Diane Davidson, and across over there. Matter of fact, if you're only listening to this, you might want to tune in on YouTube and see what visual effects we're into now. Over on the other side of, it's not an elephant in the middle of the room, it's a cooler in the middle of the room.
My goodness.
On the other side of the table is Bill Weidecker, my business partner and life partner, and we're with the Fine Hills Group at Keller Williams, and today we have a special guest, a Ninja cooler.
Yes, the special guest has come between us. It's a Ninja Frost Vault, a 30-quart cooler. Holy moly.
To be exact. And so you might wonder why we have that. Well, we're doing a giveaway, a summer photo contest. Send us your best summer photo, something you're doing. It can be nature, it can be having fun, whatever you think would be a great photo. And at the end of the month, or at the end of the summer, we're going to award this cooler to somebody with best photo. And this cooler is, first of all, it's not as heavy as another leading brand. And it has a separate drawer.
I can do it.
I don't know. Push that. Okay.
Push that.
And then pull the drawer out, right? So you do it. Just like how.
This is working really well.
But you don't have to stand up if you're at the beach because it's. Anyway, this drawer keeps your food cold, refrigerator temperature for I think over 24 hours, and it doesn't get soggy because it's not in with the ice or the freezer pan. Lunch meats, the people have suggestion, anything, containers of food. Anyway, so
we're giving it away.
We're giving it away. The best summer photo. Okay.
Can't happen soon enough. Goodness gracious.
Should we take it off the table?
I'm going to take it off the table because I can't see you. And
I know.
it's a little easier to talk to.
Well, I'm having a bad hair day, so probably better. Probably best. Yeah. Quite strong. Okay.
So we're going to give away the Ninja Frost Cooler.
Frost Vault.
Frost King.
Frost Vault.
Vault. All right, we're back.
Okay.
Hi.
So, hi. So we just did a little move, right? We just made some space. That reminds me of the topic today, right-sizing.
Well, there's a lot of people that get to a point where they've been in big houses for a long period of time, and they think, well, I want something smaller, and they think downsize, but it's really, as you said, right size.
Sometimes it's the same. Sometimes they actually go up in size. We had a client who built a house bigger than what they were leaving years ago. But oftentimes it's really reconfiguration is what they're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
What we most commonly see, and frankly, right sizing can be upsizing when your family's growing, but. Typically, we think of it as people who've lived in a home for a long time, perhaps raised a family. There are fewer occupants in the home, sometimes temporarily, and they want to go to something. Our most common request is in that demographic is a primary suite on the main floor. So single level living for them day to day, but that doesn't mean it wouldn't have a second story or a finished lower level to accommodate visitors when they're there, overnight visitors.
And it seems to me that they want, at least in the main living area, they want space that can accommodate larger groups of people at times.
Right, entertaining.
Yeah.
Yep, and more open than they might be coming from.
Yeah.
So kind of the formal dining rooms aren't always a requirement. They just want to be able to be together, kind of on a large scale for special occasions, right?
And so this idea of right sizing, it seems that there is a bigger play afoot, and that is they've got a lot of stuff too, and they're like, where am I going? That becomes a daunting task, and I think lots of people have put it off for a long time, and now they're getting to a point where they're like, okay, let's get on with our lives.
Yeah, and they need help. There are a lot of pieces to put together, and there are so many times when people come to us when they've already gone down the road a little bit. I can remember one house that we had listed in the North End years ago, and they packed everything up because I don't know, probably watched on HGTV that they were supposed to clear the decks, and the stuff they packed up was so perfect for property preparation. So we were unpacking the boxes they packed so that we could put out beautiful things that they already own versus going to buy props, if you will, to stage it. Anyway.
Can I just say?
Yes, of course.
It just means this. If you are considering getting your home ready for the market and before you call a real estate agent, stop.
Dead in tracks, yep.
Call us. Number one, we've got a lot of resources that we can guide them to.
Absolutely.
And number two, we may talk you out of doing some things that you waste your time doing, or talk you out of spending money on things that you waste your money on that won't return your dollars for you.
Correct. Yep.
Just
call early. No, it's true. I mean, and there's no pressure, and frankly, it's never too soon to sort of start preparing, because what do we say? We want people to be prepared when they're ready. It's so often something happens. They're driving down the road, they see new home is going in, and all of a sudden they're ready to make a move but not prepared. So we like to get involved very early.
This concept of readiness and preparedness, they don't always run congruently.
Correct.
People all of a sudden get ready. They're like, okay, I'm ready now.
Yep.
And they're nowhere near prepared.
Right.
I'd rather be prepared so that when I am ready, I can execute in a moment.
Exactly.
So I think part of that is calling us, letting us, am I saying it enough?
No, not at all. Stop what you're doing and call us.
It's an embedded command. Call us. And we will sort of get you through a checklist of things that you go, okay, now I feel, and in so doing, when you feel more in control, you're more relaxed about it.
Yep.
It's not so daunting. If you know that sequentially, this is the way I'm going to handle it, it's much more easy to tackle things one step at a time,
yep,
as opposed to like, oh my God, we're way behind.
Yeah. So it's kind of, it's really, when people partner with us, we're always talking about what happens next. Not everything that has to happen, but what happens next, because I think that is very calming to know that we just need to take the next step. And we sit down and make a plan with people, whether they're buying or selling, or in this case, usually both, so that they understand and it feels manageable. And when it comes to being manageable, we have amazing partners in to do estate sales. One company does them online. It's great. It's so little hassle for the seller. There's another vendor that does them in person for a weekend. And so a lot of treasures people have in their homes. And so we have we have certainly professionals in every field. We have electricians and plumbers and painters and designers and whatever somebody needs in order to prepare their home so they get the maximum value.
And sometimes people have this idea that, property preparation is going to run them in the thousands of dollars or tens of thousands of dollars. And that's just not the case. It can be, but hear this. If it's thousands of dollars, it's with the idea of getting many times that in return. It's not like trading a few $1,000s for the same few $1,000s. That's a fool's errand.
Right.
We want to make sure that you can get that and more.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I feel like we've been at it a long time, and I feel like the buyers of today seem less willing to do certain things than they ever did before.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just me, or is it? Oh,
they want turnkey. Yep, and they pay for it.
Yes, they're willing to pay for it.
Yep.
And so oftentimes, it's an overused statement by me, but paint's $50 in the can and it's hundreds or thousands on the wall. And I really do believe that preparing your property in such a way, people make so many judgment calls, and sometimes subconsciously based on condition. They don't even know that it's turning them off to the house.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. So we've done workshops before for people who are right-sizing. Mm-hmm. And we talked about this earlier. We're going to start those again. So if anybody who's listening or watching, hopefully watching by now because you want to see the Ninja Cooler, I mentioned that. If anybody is interested in attending a right-sizing workshop and meeting some of our vendor partners that will help facilitate all of those daunting things. And by the way, your kids probably don't want what you've been saving for them, but other people's kids buy them. Anyway, so just reach out to us at the Fine Homes Group at FHG. Can't even say this.
Try it again.
info@fhg.com. Yeah.
Very well said.
Or call Bill at 603-661-7818.
I'll take the call. And
or me at 617-549-8989, or any Fine Homes Group team member. And there will be a link somewhere on the screen to enter your summer photo for the Ninja Cooler.
Yeah, because we want to give this thing away.
We do.
As fast as possible. When is the giveaway?
I believe it's on the last day of summer.
The last day of summer.
Yep. And also, we have a newsletter that you can subscribe to. So feel free to shoot us your email if you'd like to get that on a monthly basis. It's fun. It talks about the market, and it talks about activities in the area, and it talks about in this current issue, the Ninja Cooler.
Well, we don't prepare anything that doesn't have value. So if you're going to subscribe to our newsletter, I promise you're going to get value from it, and you're going to be smarter as a result of it. So if that's possible.
So that's it. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to check us out on YouTube, and we'll see you next week.